Hey, welcome back to Visions Now, Supper Club. All due respect to their education and journalistic purposes, they're not the merit advertisers must staff of everyone else. However, Visions bring a quality educational program which intellectually and culturally our communities need to develop leadership and informed decision making for our collective to the village. Often imitated and never duplicated. I'm Dr. Shirley Hood, your host. Welcome.
Just thinking of love. Oh, yeah. First of all, let me start by saying sorry, baby, for what I've done to you. I never meant to hurt you. Please believe me, I'm telling the truth. I want you to know you're all I ever wanted. You're all I ever need. You're irreplaceable, baby. And I never wanted you to leave me. See, I want my baby back, yeah. I want my baby back. Was it something I did, baby? I want my baby back. I want my baby back, yeah. My baby back. Oh. Girl, I can't make excuses for hurting you. And I was drinking, wasn't thinking. Girl, I was a fool. Girl, what I gotta do to prove that I really love you. I don't ever wanna lose you. 'Cause it takes a man to admit when he's wrong. I know it's been going on way too long. I left you alone. I should have been home. I tried to right my wrongs, and now you're gone. So cold. I want my baby. I want my baby back. See, I want my baby back. I want my baby back. Oh. No, 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 no. Oh, oh, oh. ain't supposed to cry, but these tears are falling from my eyes. Sorry, I know I really messed up this time. Don't you leave, don't you leave me.
Telling these wives when they tell me they're not nurturing, they're not affectionate. I said, so where he's gonna get it?
Yeah, where is he?
What are you talk? Where is he about to get it? Especially if he doesn't have a mother in his life or he doesn't have a close relationship. Where is this man getting this affection if it's not from you? And so how are you abusing that by pulling away your affections? Like, and you think that's okay? That's a punishment to some women. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
And my husband, I had to tell him a long time ago, hey, I'm your place of peace.
Sure.
I tell my husband come in, I'm like, hey, you want to lay down in my lap? And I rub his back. He said, I love when you rub my back. I said, absolutely. He's bald, you know. I
rub his head.
I rub his head. I rub his back. I do whatever because I'm trying to be different than anybody in his life. I'm like, this man ain't never leaving me because everybody out here ain't operating like this.
Yeah.
I want him to be like, I'm not gonna. If I leave this woman, I ain't gonna get my head rubbed. I ain't gonna get my back rubbed. I'm not gonna get it.
Man, let me tell you. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
That's utility right there.
First of all, y'all don't even understand. Big shout out to Ryan because I've been.
This is why I'm telling these wives when they tell me they're not nurturing, they're not affectionate. I said, so where he's gonna get it?
Yeah, where is he?
What are you talk? Where is he about to get it? Especially if he doesn't have a mother in his life or he doesn't have a close relationship. Where is this man getting this affection if it's not from you? And so how are you abusing that by pulling away your affections? Like, and you think that's okay? That's a punishment to some women. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
And my husband, I had to tell him a long time ago, hey, I'm your place of peace.
Sure.
I tell my husband come in, I'm like, hey, you want to lay down in my lap? And I rub his back. He said, I love when you rub my back. I said, absolutely. He's bald, you know. I
rub his head.
I rub his head. I rub his back. I do whatever because I'm trying to be different than anybody in his life. I'm like, this man ain't never leaving me because everybody out here ain't operating like this.
Yeah.
I want him to be like, I'm not gonna. If I leave this woman, I ain't gonna get my head rubbed. I ain't gonna get my back rubbed. I'm not gonna get it.
Man, let me tell you. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
That's utility right there.
First of all, y'all.
Now, if you notice when you watch these talk shows and these women come on up, I can't find a man because I am a software engineer and I take this and this and that and the third. You never hear them say, you know what, Tamron Hall, you know what, Steve Harvey or whoever. I am single because I can't find a man who needs a soft and gentler woman, a man that wants a woman who is interdependent, resourceful. She is a woman who knows how to be in the queen and princess energy. She's a woman that is agreeable, but she will challenge you. I'm a woman that knows how to be what it means to be a woman. Help me find somebody who needs a woman like that. No, I don't cook all the time, but I can make sure that you eat. I'm a woman that I'm a good for his peace legacy and his portfolio. Steve, can you help me find somebody? Do we ever hear that?
Absolutely not.
Because you won't have a hard time connecting with a man if you lead with that.
Facts.
Have a responsibility to protect her and to protect your children. But guess what? You cannot protect what you cannot control. Wait now. Sisters, when I use the word control, that makes you upset sometimes because you don't want nobody to control you. But no man can protect what he cannot control. Now, you don't have to be a control freak because she has a right to rebel against ignorance that masquerades itself in the form of a controller. I gotta set a balance here. You have a responsibility to protect her and to protect your children. But guess what? You cannot protect what you cannot control. Wait now. Sisters, when I use the word control, that makes you upset sometimes because you don't want nobody to control you. But no man can protect what he cannot control. Now, you don't have to be a control freak, because she has a right to rebel against ignorance that masquerades itself in the form of a controller. I gotta set a balance here.
Good evening, Chattahoochee Valley. Hope everybody is having a good day so far. We want to welcome you to the village. This is your engineer for the night, Julian, of course. And I got a few updates for the community. On this month, on the 13th, F&W Control Center is having an Aries takeover. If you're Aries, make sure you're there. Make sure you listen. We're having an Aries takeover on the 13th at F&W Control Center. Doors open at 7 p.m. And if you like the song that we played at the beginning of the show, you should come out and see the performer, the artist. It was Mr. Fred Reed with I Want You Back. If you want to see him perform live, make sure that you're there on the 13th at F&W Control Center. And it's going to be a good time. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into the show and introduce, of course, Dr. Hud. How you doing this evening, Doc?
All right, Dr. Hood.
Stay on me.
And I know, we've been loving you too long to stop now. So that's, we got some copycats. We were saying that we the one that love you and not a doggone thing you can do about it. Some people trying to steal that, but that's all right. They can have it, but we're saying we've been loving you too long to stop now. Yes, so you can get it with the new love, or you can get it with the old love. Exactly. And I say the old school is the best school. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about it. So today we're very, very excited because we have a full show today. We're going to start off the show in a moment with Brother Malik Yakini, a dear brother that go back to 50 years in Detroit. And this brother has been doing magnificent things. I'm going to let him explain the new project. But no, Detroit is a new Detroit now. Detroit has evolved. It is, it had a fall, and Detroit is trying to find its new identity. And this brother is a part of the evolution of that new identity. We've lost a lot of dear brothers and sisters who was out there struggling together, making it do what it would do back in the day. And I'm looking forward to reminiscing with Brother Malik Yakini. And and by the way, the brother is a musician extraordinaire. I'm going to try to get him to reintroduce his CD that he did back 35 years ago. But it was a nice Caribbean vibe, and of course, I think the name of his group is Mollywop. I think that's what the name of the group is, Mollywop. But when he comes in, then just let him know when he comes in. So Brother Malik Yakini, Detroit, Michigan, and the brother's worldwide. And he's a part of I guess we all kind of have a part of that, what we call the survivalist community, meaning that, we started out with food co-ops, and of course now he's an urban farmer. I remember when we first started doing some urban farming projects there in Detroit back in the day, over on the east side in particular, down there by Mac. and in other parts of the East Side, and so I'm just very excited about that. Okay, and I just he and I, we're almost like Mohicans, because the last of the Mohicans. I mean, we have a lot of dear brothers and sisters up there, but we've lost a lot of those. And we were a tribe. We were a tribe. We loved each other. And after all this time, we still love each other because we were in that womb of Detroit back in the 60s and 70s when Detroit had the revival from the 67 rebellion. And so we've been together all that time as well. And through that time, and of course, I left some years ago when things got, with my time was part of our repatriation to the South, being a part of the Republic of New Africa as well. And Chokwe Lumumba, of course, a dear friend and brother of ours, who we set up the plebiscite together. Sister Malaka, who we lost recently, Queen Malaka, she was with WDET, I think, the Wayne State University radio show, and we did a lot of shows with her, and so we decided we're gonna come back south, part of the vanguard, and so since that time, Atlanta, Jackson, Mississippi, and many other places. People don't realize, but there's the New South we started that back in the particularly started making our move in the early to middle 80s, coming back to free the land. So with that, I think brother's ready, so I'm gonna bring him on in. He's gonna make me tear up here, because every time I go to Detroit, I have to look him up. And the last time I was there, he had his bookstore and everything. But of course, and then one time he had an independent school, and just a beautiful. Detroit was a dreamland. But anyway, let me bring brother on, dear brother Malik Yakini, and peace be unto you, brother. How you doing? Okay, I know. Okay, peace be unto you, brother. How you doing? I guess your volume. Can we get his volume there? Okay. When you check in, let's see if we can get you. Get your volume there. Can we? Okay, we're not getting the sound. I'm just trying to make sure. Can you hear me, brother Malik? Can you hear me? Okay, I guess okay, I'm not sure if you got him full screen. Can you get him full screen? Okay. Okay. Can you hear me, brother Malik? Oh, you can hear me? Okay. I just need to be able to hear you then. Say something so we can try to find you. Okay. You know what to do, June? Okay, your phone is muted, so in order for me to hear you, it's something you say need to. Can you check your phone? So again, I was having a little technical difficulty, but coming up after Brother Malik, of course, we're going to have the New Era Coalition update as well, and we'll look forward to Sister Chandra Drew. And she's gonna give an update on the education ministry.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praise due to Allah, the Most High. No doubt about it. Now we got you. Now we got you, brother. How you doing, brother? Okay, I think I lost you. We had you though.
I'm not sure what happened. Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you again now.
Okay, I was just saying that I'm living in a constant state of gratitude. And like you mentioned, so many people have gone on. It makes me just more grateful for each day of life.
You know, brother. You know. And again, last time I had my dear brother, George, Deputy Mayor Adam Adib Shakur.
Yes.
And we talked about, the days when we first went into the nation and of course, kind of how what that experience was and kind of the journey a little bit. And so, let's you and I take a little journey here. Of course, it's type of thing. It's almost like I don't know exactly. I guess we saw each other before we met each other, so to speak. But there was just so much intersection because the Pan-African Congress with Walamu,
right,
the Republic of New Africa, and of course I used to tell people all the time, many times during that time, of course, the Black Countries Library. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that on Grand River?
Yep, in the Topographical Research Center.
Yeah, Topographical Research, yeah. Yeah, man. Woo! I used to take all my classes over there, man. And then when I take them from there, you take them to the mosque after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Detroit is a powerful place. And like you said, that was a very powerful time. And in many ways, I think Detroit defined the Black struggle for
no doubt about it.
For the entire country and for much of the world too.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Detroit was the epitome of Black power.
Yeah.
Detroit was the city that was where you came to get the country to get training. I don't care where you're from, New York, Cleveland, Chicago, and of course, it's kind of like I tell people all the time that Atlanta, right down 75, Atlanta, basically everybody left from Detroit that went to Atlanta. So that's what really blew Atlanta up was Detroit. From Motown to the music scene as well as the culture scene, and of course that was the connection.
Right. Then, like you say, the Republic of New Africa was founded there. Nation of Islam was founded there.
Yes,
Shrine
sir.
of Black Madonna was founded there.
Yes, sir.
African Congress USA, which I think the time we became associated, I was a member of the Pan-African Congress USA.
Right.
I was in the youth league. I was in the youth league with Kwame Kenyatta.
That's right.
But we was all, no matter what organization people were in, whether it was RNA or the Nation of Islam, Pan-African Congress, we were all on the same team. That's how I saw it. Because I had
no doubt about it, because you remember when I was chair of Association of Black Students down at Wayne State, and that was when Ebo and all of them, and all of us down there together. You remember that?
Yeah, Hayward Brown.
Yeah, all of that. That's right. So do you remember when we brought Robert Williams back to town?
I was a youngster at that time. I was still, I don't know, maybe because that was about 72, I think, right?
Yeah, because when he left China, he flew into Detroit. We had a because I was chair of the Association of Black Students at the time, and so Chokwe and I, he was in law school then, and so he came into Detroit and we gave him a reception, and he spoke right there to us when Robert Williams, when he first got back from China.
See, you're a little bit older than me, and so I was reading about that. But at that time, 1972, I was maybe 15 or 16 years old.
Right.
So I went in the thick of that. I was reading and kind of looking up to y'all at that time. But
right. And at Wayne, you'd have the black to black days.
Listen to this. It's interesting you mentioned Brother Robert Williams, because weeks ago, Brother Mike Anderson of Balagoon, he was showing me a picture of Robert Williams speaking with Imari Obadele and some other people on Dexter, and Brother Balagoon was on security that day.
Right.
We were just talking about the various security precautions that were taken.
No doubt about it, because I said when he left for China with me, we had a delegation to meet him at the airport.
I heard about
it. And escorted him all the way into Wayne State, because that's where we had the reception and that's where he spoke to the community at. That was. I mean, it was that kind of thing. Matter of fact, a historical fact. I don't know if you remember this or not. I mean, maybe not, because the first time Mr. Farrakhan spoke to the public in Detroit was that Black to Black Day that we had, that we used to have every year with the Association of Black Students, and he was our guest speaker at Wayne State University.
I was there that night. As a matter of fact, myself, Kwame Kenyatta, and Mutope went to jail that night because we were so hyped up. Again, Minister Farrakhan, and then we was coming home down on the lodge. I was in one car, me and my wife, and Mutope, and Kwame Kenyatta was in another car, and the state
Right.
pulled Kwame over on the side. And so naturally, we not just gonna let our brother, just leave him.
That's what
We pulled over too.
That's right. That's
got
right.
out the car, and the police got threatened. We got into a little tussle on the side of the lodge. Yeah, all three of us ended up getting arrested, going to jail. Chokwe got us out the next morning.
Oh, okay. That was our lawyer. When that's something I won't even talk about on the air. That some international moves that we were making, and Chokwe, had to intercede, on our behalf to make sure that everything was everything.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and again, I explained to people many times because, Wayne State University Association of Black Students, we were the most powerful and most organized and the largest Black student union in the country. And all other, the BAM strike at University of Michigan, down in Jackson, all the other movement people would call us in Detroit about how to organize, and things of that sort. Matter of fact, we sent a delegation down to Jackson State, myself, Paul Hubbard, with the Association of Black Social Workers at the time, that we took a delegation from Wayne State University and some money down to Jackson State, because when they had to shoot out and the killing those students down there, we're down to represent, the Black students out of Wayne State University.
Now, see, again, remember, you're a few years older than me. So actually, the very first protest I organized, I was at Post Junior High School, and I think that happened in 1970, if I recall correctly.
Okay, yeah.
So I organized a protest at my junior high school, and had students wearing black armbands, and we were having teach-ins about the police killing those students at Jackson State.
Right, exactly. So, like I said, we in that we had the national what is it called? We call it the SAG, the students. A national student
government conference.
Yeah. And we had people from all of the names, and I can't even call them, but they were there in Detroit. We had a convention in Detroit of all of the thought leaders in the nation at that time. That you call them, they were there. And the sister from I'm black name, but sister written from Montgomery. She was a part of the sit-ins, and she was a part of SNCC. Gwen Patton Woods, so Gwen Patton, and we organized a national convention there and had people from all over the nation there in Detroit. And so that was Detroit. I mean, Detroit was, and of course, again, I just can't say enough. And a lot of things I can't even say, but again, even the Black Panther Party, because Fred Hampton and I were personal friends. And I don't know if you remember. Well, how old were you when Fred got?
I was 13 in 1969.
Oh, okay. Because Fred and I are personal friends, and so
I know that. I never knew that.
Yeah, and so, well, matter of fact, I had organized a delegation to go over, because there's some people who were interested to go over to Chicago, and I called Fred, and Fred told me, well, then look, they can just stay at my place. You follow me? And so, and lo and behold, the night he got assassinated, some of those people that we had sent over there and was staying, they were in the house that night. As a matter of fact, some of them got shot.
You connected some dots for me, because one of the sisters who was in the house, Sister Verlina Brewer, I knew she went to Chicago. She told me she went there. She was 16, I think, to work on the free medical clinic. And this must have been through you. I never knew that part of the story.
Yeah, because when they came back, they were brought back to Ann Arbor Hospital, because we had to go to Ann Arbor to see them. They was in the hospital up there in Ann Arbor, those who were injured, during that time. And I tell you also, I think Robert Williams' niece, I think that she was a part of that group. I forget her name now. But my point is that, because now also there's another thing that some people don't know, is that the first free breakfast program and medical clinic supplies for the Panther Party in Chicago, I helped put that together. In other words, I got the donation for that because I was in Chicago studying with Dr. C.T. Vivian at the time, because he ran what they call the Urban Training Center.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, that were people from all over the country. Because do you remember when the delegation went to Riverside and with the manifesto?
You talking about James Foreman?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know that was organized in Detroit, but they went to New York though. You know that, right?
I know that he was living in Detroit.
Yeah, right. And there was other. So my point is that you know, it just you got me flowing back here. But we're gonna have to have another one. I mean, because
I'm learning some things about your history because I didn't know, and you helping me connect some dots also.
Right. Because see, Chokwe and I, we did the first plebiscite. He and I walked the streets when we had the first plebiscite election.
I remember that was 1975. That's when I registered. That's
right.
Chokwe, in fact, got me to register to vote in the plebiscite. So that's when I became a conscious.
Because we went door to day. We went door to door, and like Sister Malika, she had a talk show at Wayne State at the time.
I remember.
Matter of fact, I still got some of the tapes from some of our interviews. They're on reel to reel, so I don't know how to get them from reel to reel.
Seminar in Black Black is the name of the show. Seminar in Black.
Yeah. So Chokwe and I went on that show each time to let people know what was going on. I mean, so that's why I said Sister Malika, she had a lot of history because she knew the journey because she was one of my students at Wayne Community College.
I didn't know that.
Right. And so going back, I'm saying about the urban agriculture. See, you know, myself and Barry Hankerson, we ran the east side of Detroit for Coleman Young first campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Barry and Gladys Knight first met.
Mm-hmm.
During that period there. Do you remember when we did the Rhyme, Rhythm and Song? When we did the production that we had on the TV with all the stars and everything. Nipsey Russell was the host and all. Do you remember that when we did that?
I vaguely remember something like that.
Yeah, because the Four Tops was there and all the stars. You know, we had and Barry was the producer of that piece.
I vaguely remember this now that you mentioned it.
Right.
This was in the early 70s.
Right. We need to take a break here. Okay, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. But I'm sorry, brother, but we're gonna get on what you're doing now. But it's just that, you know, and we're gonna get you. Got to send me that Watermark the CD too. What? But you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The original one with 96 Degrees in the Shade.
Oh, you talking about old band I played with back in the day?
Yeah.
I'll see if I even have any of that old stuff, man.
That was one of the best CDs I ever heard. What was it, a record? It might have been a record. It might not have been a CD then. It might have been an album.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna take a break right here. We're gonna come back with more Visions Now. Your Supper Club, right here, the home of the New Era, Columbus, Georgia Coalition, right here, 92.1, 92.1, Smooth R&B.
It's a little thing called Seafood Wednesdays at T-Bones. You want to hear about it? Hit goes. T-Bones is offering You Pick 3, featuring clam strips, shrimp Alfredo, fried shrimp, popcorn shrimp, grilled shrimp skewer, garlic shrimp scampi. Doggone, I feel like I'm in Forrest Gump. Also fried catfish, crab cakes, or salmon. Pick 3 and pick 2 sides, plus hush puppies in a roll, all for one super low price. Plus, on any visit, you can now add lobster tail or crab legs to any menu item at T-Bones Steakhouse and Grill.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're in between. But again, I'm gonna let you go on ahead. It's just that I mean, it started pouring out of me here. But you can go on and talk about the resurrection of Detroit and you know what is the vision now? Where are we with that? And what is the vision for the coming years, given where Detroit is and will we have? Are we able to retain some of the flavor of the Detroit of our heyday?
Mm. That's some good questions.
So just deal where you want to, you know.
All right.
Yeah, but I definitely want them to understand a little bit about your school and also about the agriculture project that you're doing now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So we probably gonna have to do a part 2 on it. I see this right now. I'm gonna have to do a whole show with you because we like I said, we got a New Era Columbus, Georgia coalition. And like I said, that I know that there's one up there in Detroit. That's really what my inspiration. We built a little bit different down here because just where we are than that one. But the inspiration is still the same vibe, though. You know. You know, so you know you're not doing the bookstore no more, right?
No, that closed in 2009, I think.
Okay, well, that's the last time I've been there. It must have been the last time I've been there then.
Yep, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So, because I think I met your son up there when I was up there.
Probably so. Yep, my oldest son was working in there.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to get me some bean pie on the corner right down there front.
Yeah, that's right. You know, a brother got killed up there in that spot.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Somebody came in and robbed the joint and killed the brothers, man.
Oh, are we on? Oh, okay. I thought we were still on break. Junior, you can't leave me out there like that now. Okay, well, Well, again, we're back with Brother Malik Yakini. And again, like I said, I'm just so proud of this brother. And he knew about the Brown Boy and the Bethune era. And maybe sometime we'll be able to talk a little bit about that, a little bit about that atmosphere. But talk to us a little bit about what I'm saying to you. I mean, you've just done you just picked it up. And of course, our brother Kenyatta, I mean, we lost him too soon, obviously. But again, his spirit is still alive, I'm sure. But talk us a little bit about the charter school and of course, where we are now and what the future look like for Detroit, my beloved Detroit.
All right. Well, first of all, let me say that as I said, I'm a little bit younger than you, and so I stand on your shoulders and the shoulders of the brothers and sisters who were your age, who I was kind of looking up to at the time I was shaping my identity. When I'm 13, 14 years old, I'm blessed to have been born in Detroit during that time period because all those things you were mentioning were happening. And although some of those things I was too young to directly participate in, I'm watching it as a younger student and as a younger student activist. And so all of that stuff influenced me and set me on the path that I stayed on for the rest of my life, which is the path of how do we get our people out of this mess that we in.
That's right.
Dependent upon white people for everything that we need.
Right. That's right.
And so,
and you know what? It's not fair to them. it's not even fair to them for us to expect them to be able to elevate us back to our royal position.
This is our responsibility.
That's right.
This is our responsibility. And so, I've been shaped and influenced by all of that. And I'm one of those who's trying to stay true to the game and trying to carry the baton on and pass it on to the next generation.
Same here. Same here. We know we have a saying though, Brother Malik, is that down here is that we're not going to pass the torch. We're going to light theirs.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to pass. We're going to light theirs though. See how they handle it first.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you got to have somebody to pass it to who's not going to drop it or throw
That's
it.
Right. That part.
Not get frustrated and throw it on the ground and say, forget this.
That's right. Exactly.
So, but that's, I've been influenced. I've done many things over the years. You mentioned the school I ran. I ran a African-centered school that started as a private tuition-based school and then became a charter school. And so I directed that school for 21 years. It was called Nsodoma Institute. And we helped develop some students who are now out in the community doing all kinds of activism. In fact, today, one of them brought a group of students to the grocery store that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. The grocery store we're developing, she brought a group of students there to visit, but she was one of my students. So I see all kinds of doing good work in the community who came through our school.
Right. Do you remember the grocery store we used to have over there across from McNaughton? Do you remember our grocery store?
Across from McNaughton's on Woodward?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we used to have a grocery store over there.
Right. I remember our supermarket on Joy Road.
Right, and that was one right there down from down on Linwood, also by the mosque. You remember that one?
I think Black Star. I think Ed Vaughn was involved in that one. If it's
No, this was right there by the mosque. It was called Your Supermarket.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, again, this is the era I grew up in, and that's what I saw. I saw the Nation of Islam, dominate Linwood and all them businesses. I saw the nation creating Black-owned grocery store. And so all those things shaped my mind. Had I not grown up in that time period and seen that, I would have been a totally different person. That's what shaped what I'm doing right now.
Same here.
So for the last, since 2006, I've been leading an organization called the Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network. And we do several things. We're concerned about, and again, I have to be absolutely truthful and tell you that much of what we do is really derived from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Well, we know. Listen, y'all are part of the nation. Everybody, like I say, the nation ain't in the mosque. The mosque is in the nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So again, seeing the nation kind of create this food system with the farms, with trucks, with airplanes, with grocery stores,
ships,
shaped my mind. And so we're still trying to recreate that, really.
Right.
So for the last several years, we've operated a 7-acre farm in Detroit called D-Town Farm. And we train people to do urban farming. And we grow about 30 different types of vegetables each year that we sell to members of the community. And we also run youth programs to teach young people how to do agriculture and to teach them how their ancestors contributed to agriculture. And then the big thing that we're working on now that's just about to open is we have started a grocery store called the Detroit People's Food Co-op, which is a 15,000 square foot brand new grocery store. We built a whole building, a 2-story building. The grocery store is the first floor. And on the second floor, we have 4 commercial kitchens. The Mama Imani Humphrey Banquet Hall. We named it after our esteemed ancestor, Mama Imani Humphrey. And we have the offices of our organization in that building. And so the grocery store is owned by community members. It's called the Detroit People's Food Co-op. We currently have more than 2,500 members who have paid $200 to become owners of this business collectively.
Okay, find out how much the round trip ticket to Columbus is gonna be. We got you, man. We're gonna have to send you a ticket, brother.
Well, I might be able to come there and share some information and hype people up a little bit, but ultimately people there got to do the work.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I'm just saying that, for you to plant the vision, that's all.
Yeah, I'm absolutely willing to do that. That's part of my work in kind of the next era of my life. Now that we're bringing this to the finish line. By the way, we open on May 1st after working on this for 14 years. I've been working on this every day since 2010, and we finally opened the doors on May the 1st.
Right.
But after this, I'm kind of moving towards so-called retirement, and what I'm gonna do more is travel around, talk to people, help get things like this started in other parts of the country and other parts of the African world, for that matter.
Right.
One of the important things about this, we're concerned about health and about making sure our people have high quality food that's not full of pesticides and chemicals. But we also are concerned about building what we call self-determining food economies. That is to say, in Black communities all across this country, there's other ethnic groups that come into our community and open up the stores and suck out millions and millions of dollars, and none of that wealth circulates into our community to create power for us.
That part.
We're concerned about creating a circular economy where we can grow the food, we can sell it in the store, we can employ people from our community, and we can keep that money circulating within our community instead of being extracted out by, in the case of Detroit, by Chaldeans mostly, or in other parts of the country, it might be other ethnic groups, but whatever the ethnic group,
same part of the world,
whatever the ethnic group is, Black people end up being the victim because we've been so disempowered, and we're kind of easy prey for ethnic groups that have some entrepreneurial experience.
Disorganized, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I go back, flashback. I remember the first time that we did an urban garden was over there off of Mac, with the inner city sub center, and we that was over there somewhere near Mac. It's been a long time, but that's what we were doing because the buildings had been knocked down and all that.
Yeah.
And so we developed a urban garden. I think Ford Motor Company donated us a tractor or something to kind of get it going. But I tell you, brother Malik, look on your calendar because we're going to dig in. You know, this is a tease today.
Okay.
We got to dig in. One is that we're thinking about trying to do a charter school here. We got to tease. We got to dig in on that. And obviously, we need a grocery for our food deserts. We need that part. We got farmland and all that, but we need to dig in on that a little bit too. So
yeah,
and inshallah, God willing, that if your schedule permits, I know you're very much in demand, but I pray that you can, you know, can put us back on your calendar again, and
we'll make that
dig in. Okay,
we'll make it happen, my brother.
Well, again, in the parting words before we go.
I'll just say that, you know, Black people have to take responsibility for our lives. And part of it is really accepting our own divinity, our own connection to the divine. And once you accept that, how you gonna let anybody oppress you or come put their foot on your neck? You know, that only happens if you have a diminished view of yourself. So we have to lift ourselves up, you know, and again, realize and actualize our connection to the divine and really live out our, you know, what we were put on this planet to do.
I agree 100%. I just would add to that is that the world will not be right until we get right.
Absolutely.
We're the right makers.
We have a tremendous responsibility.
That's
our
right.
responsibility from the beginning has always been to demonstrate what it means, what civilization means. What does it mean to be a human being?
That's right.
That's our role. That's always been our role.
Exactly.
And we continue to teach that.
Appreciate you, brother. Much love, and look forward to talking to you real soon.
Yes,
give the greetings to the Al-Kibalan village and Paul Taylor and them. Tell them, you know, much love.
I'll do that. Thank you, brother.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Okay, that's our brother Malik Yakini, and we're going to have him back at some time. But now we have with us this Miss Chandra from the New Era Coalition Education Ministry. Hello.
Hi there. I'm here. I was enjoying the gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
I really yield my time to him because I was learning.
Well, I'm glad that you was on because it's important that you heard that, you know, so that you know, and he's showing you that what's possible. You know, when we put our mind to it, that's why I was trying to do an opening for you because, you know, when I was telling that he's already done a charter school, you know, which I knew, and also the market, and so all of those things are things that we kind of have in our front view mirror. And so we looking forward to it. Again, I can't say enough about the leadership that you have provided from day one. Once we started on this journey during Black History Month, saying we wanted to make some history, not just read about it and talk about it. And I'd like to thank you for being on that journey. And I wouldn't really be this place of joy and comfort if I didn't have people like you that say, well, look, I've been looking for something like this. You sure you want to do it? Let's do it. And I want to just let you know that I really appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about the ministry that you are particularly, you know, coordinator for, and that is the education ministry. What is that all about? You know, what do you see as being some things that you want to do, and how can other people get involved?
Okay. First of all, thank you and for putting in the effort and time all these years to get us to this point. It is truly appreciated. The education ministry, our mission is to take care of the intellectual, the moral, and emotional development of members of our community. I want to start off by saying this. We had those town hall meetings, and we listened to the people, and we got their feedback. We did research with experts and came up with a plan that we know will work. Part of that is we want the success of all the children in our community. So we know that we can do that by increasing their time on task and getting parents involved. We would love to have a parent association we're starting that at the end of May, getting parents involved so that we can help them raise their children, help them with communication, help them with the school. But that's, I guess, only second to us providing services for the children, stimulating them intellectually. So that's pretty much what our goal is, to work with the parents and to stimulate the children intellectually for this summer, starting like maybe the end of May, going through the summer. And we will build out as we go on from there.
So if there are people out there who say, well, I'd like to get involved, I'd like to learn more, how should they go about doing that?
We would love for anyone and everyone who wants to be involved. They can contact me directly at 706-536-8812. Once again, that's 706-536-8812. Or they can contact our coalition coordinator, yourself, at 706-221-4830.
Yes, ma'am.
The last town hall meeting we had, we picked up some wonderful additions to the education committee.
Beautiful.
Everybody that's been coming on, they bring something to the table and they're ready to work. And that's what's really appreciative, because it's a team effort. We have to work together, just work as a unit, work as one.
Exactly. And what really has been really, I guess, really heartfelt for me is that it's been the spirit of cooperativeness that people, many times, you get people together and they all say they want to do the same thing, but it'd be so much bickering and this and that. And but again, I would say it's been a joy. It's just been a joy. With the people who come, they come with the spirit of, look, I just want to help. Show me how I can help. I just want to be a part of bringing back love to our community. And what if someone has a need right now? They have a child, or they know children that or either parents who want to know better how to prepare their children. See, we never lived in these times before, so it takes some. We gotta learn how to deal with our children in today's times. So we are also available to help in that respect as well. And we really hope that churches, we would like to come out and do a town hall or a meeting in the church. And if they are open for invitation to us, we'll come out and help them build a parent association. I call it a parent, a quality parent association. Parent for Quality Education Association. That's what I have. Okay. That's it. An association. So therefore we can build it right there in the neighborhoods all over our community. So I hope that they would take you up on it, take us up on it, and give us, give us a call, because it's going to take all of us. And to the city and all the politicians and anyone working for school board and where, look, we need to have 2,000 to 3,000 jobs, after school jobs for our children, to be rewarded for those who are trying to do good. Let's give them a little reward so that they don't have to feel like they got to sell or steal or rob or do other kinds of things in order to make some money and to lose their life in many ways.
That's so true. Right now, it's all hands on deck. We need assistance from everybody. But if we don't receive assistance from anyone, we're going to do it ourselves.
Come on.
But we really need it from everybody. We all need to work together. And as you were saying, churches will definitely play an integral part because they're all spread out in the community and you can get to the people quicker through a church, and they already have the infrastructure set up.
Right, exactly.
And from the churches that we've spoken to, they've been receptive. I can say that they're stepping up, and to God be the glory.
No doubt about it.
To God be the glory.
So thank you so very much. And again, we hope to have each week another ministry to come on and to also let people know what is going on. And by the way, if you got something as a citizen or a parent that you think we need to be doing, come on. I mean, like I say, we ain't thought of everything. We've thought about a lot of things, but you got some ideas, come on. And you got people that are willing to help you fulfill and express those ideas. So again, thank you very, very much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Peace.
Blessings.
So again, that's Miss Chandra Drew, and she is, like I said, the coordinator for our education ministry, and they about business. They've been meeting and putting together structures and plans, and so that's what it's all about. We all got to get involved. We can't talk about what the children are doing. We got to talk about what we're going to teach the children how to do. And we want to also let everybody know tonight, Johnny Taylor's up there center stage. And I think Mr. Tony Parkman is going to be up there. It's going to have a good time. Grown in Sex tonight up there at center stage, the Main Street Village. Go up there, tell Johnny that you heard it on Visions. You my guest, and I'll be there soon. But again, like I say, we'll go up there and listen to a little music and relax. Because matter of fact, there are some people going to be up there who are part of our culture and recreation ministry. So we're going to be doing things in all walks of life. We have a good time too. We're having a good time rebuilding this new era in Columbus, Georgia. So, Junior, anything you'd like to say before we go?
I'd just like to remind everybody again on April 13th, we're having the Aries takeover at F&W Control Center. Doors open at 7 p.m. We will have Mr. Fred Reed performing, and make sure you get your tickets and come out.
Okay, anybody put anything in the chat? Not that I see. Right. Okay, all right. So again, as always, we like to say, organize, educate. Mobilize. That's what it's all about. It's time to start, but it start with educate. Then organize. Then we mobilize to make this community the best that it can be for our children. At the end of the day, not about grown folks having a good time. It's about us having a good time so that joy can pass on to our children. So again, I'd like to thank you, and remember that people without knowledge will suffer. You're tired of suffering? And the people without a vision will perish. I don't want to perish, and I don't want to suffer. So that's why we're doing this. And again, it's all about love. Too long to stop now. Well, supper time is over for today. We're going to close up the village. Thank you for listening. Invite your friends to join in our weekly meal, supper time. Let's build that spirit of Harambe. Organize. Educate. Promotion.
We got Brother Milk walking in the comments. He says, thank you. We got
Watu
Mrs. Lamona Williams Griffin. She says, very informative.
Soul, love, with a little sprinkle of power. Good night.